know Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you
Oh,
say,
you know, Chad gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I
But
like you.
come on.
We gotta create more job opportunities for the youth. Because whenever I sit down with them and I talk to them, they like, yo, OG, we ain't got nothing. They like, we ain't got nothing. We ain't. And so that's what they really need is opportunity, jobs, and a way of getting money because they just, they looking like, yo, what's in it for us? And people getting tired of like looking at everybody else win and they're not winning. And so they like, fuck it, get rich or die trying.
But this is a good era because when we were coming up, school didn't preach to us about financial literacy and generational wealth. Right now, we can show all these youth that's looking for a job or need out the right way of how to go about this because it's the same thing with the crack epidemic. All we knew was how to sell crack, cook crack. That was all in front of us. Now it's a new wave. These computers got these kids on scamming and bamming. All they know how to do is scam. There's a bunch of geniuses out there. How they could be taking thousands and thousands and all it out these banks and things like that. But we need to show them how to take that energy and turn it into real dollars where they can pay taxes, put millions in their bank account, and go up. Like you said, it's so many ways we could tap in with these, but we need the leaders for these kids to follow. We need the cool people. We need the fly guys. They don't want to follow no poo putt. They want to follow the nigga that's jumping out the roads and be like, nah, we got this financial literacy class today. And pull up. You dig? I'm hopping out the Lambo to go teach them about this cryptocurrency. That's what they want. They don't want to see nobody no looking old, shoes twisted and all that. They want to see it, bro. They not believing.
They want to learn. Well, first of all, they only respect the bag. Number two is you got the NFTs, you got the cryptocurrency, and the cannabis is coming to New York legit to where you can get your licenses. And so they got a thing called what they call legacy entrepreneur, where if you was a hustler, if you was arrested for selling drugs, if you was this, the law is made for legacy entrepreneurs, guys who went to jail for selling drugs and all that, and now you could change your life and invest in a cannabis store and all that, and get your application going. So they need to know there's opportunities out there for them. Don't think that it's over. There ain't no opportunities. It's opportunities. I met the kid the other day, B-Love. He came up to the little charity thing I was doing, and I said, when I look at you, I look at 50 jobs. If the kid do it right, stay alive and continue to be successful, he can have 50 employees that can take care of 50 families.
100%. And these kids want to live life. Like I get all the drill shit and I get we all going through what we going through. But I was at like self party the other day with the kid B-Love, and I started performing, and when you hear what you hear, I'm be in the streets, but I saw a smile on that kid's face that was more genuine than anything while he was in that. It was like, so I know what these kids want. They really want the dream. You heard? They got to realize that they have it now to get out of their circumstances, and they got to leave their circumstance behind. You can't mix the past with what's coming for you in the future, else it's going to haunt you. And that's one of the illest things I could tell them kids. Like, you can't mix the both. I've been preaching that forever. The streets and the music is not going to make it. You got to choose one. You heard? And if it's music, you got to go all the way with it. Trust me. I learned late that I had to choose one. I was lucky, like leprechaun with me, 4-leaf clover in my pocket, God on my shoulder, angel on my other shoulder. Lucky to escape that. You know what I mean? Like,
I knew when I was in the streets. Everybody was going to jail forever. My best friends, forever, right? And feds picking everybody up. And I knew that when I started rapping, I got the deal. I knew that was the only way out for me. So I had to like focus, like exactly what we talking about. All the shit we talking about when you hustling and you this and you wanted it. Focused it all on the music. And said, this is all or nothing. I got to make it in this music or not. And so that's what these kids got to choose, especially if you get lucky enough to where you become a star and you get a record deal.
And these kids are so caught up on instant gratification because of the fucking internet and shit like that. Nobody's willing to grind. I haven't heard paid dues in a long time. Remember when we was coming up, you had to pay your dues. You ain't even pay your dues, or you had to pay your. I don't even know if they even know what that slogan is in today's generation. You know what I mean? Like, the grind of this game is no more where it used to be for you to get into that spot.
Not like that. Let me tell you something. Yo, Jim, these people would die. Let me tell you something. I used to put up my own posters. You hear me? The glue. Like, take posters, put the glue all night, glue the shit up all over Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn. Come home looking like a white fucking Casper. Glue. Glue. Then I would sleep for 2-3 hours. Then I would come out to the train station and fucking give out a flyer that said Fat Joe with me standing there and be like, look, I'm coming out. I'm a rapper. Look, I ain't had no internet shit where everybody can see, everybody can hear. This is that. If I was performing at the Fever, I was giving out the flyer on Fordham like, yo, come see me Friday. Come see me. Like, it's like, yo, the type of grind. We had the posters. Big Pun, remember we used to have the posters all the night? That was me on the highway.
And that's why we still here, because we figured out how to take that same grind and digitize it. Like, we in 2022 with that same grind that these kids don't really understand. It's not taught to them. Like, for the record I just put out, I did like over 300 dub plates. Like, these, I don't even know if the kids know what drops mean to records for these DJs and things like that. Like, it's certain things that they don't have no idea about, nor do they have nor do they want to do it. Like, they don't have the patience to do all this. Like, they want things to pop. I put a record out, my shit's supposed to go platinum by Friday off these streams and shit like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it was a lot of different things that set in these kids' heads that we got to kind of trying to help them, you know, figure it out a little bit more. But everything you said is 100% right, and I'm glad that this conversation has a lot to do with about the youth and trying to help them figure it out, especially in our city, because I'm watching our city go crazy. I'm watching Harlem go crazy.
I've never seen this shit so crazy.
Watching Brooklyn go crazy. Like the two cops the other day in Harlem. Like, it's just stuff that was not thought about. Like, when we was coming up, and that wasn't.
You wasn't shooting cops.
No,
cops.
No, that wasn't in your thought.
I wouldn't even argue with cops, Jim.
Bro.
I wouldn't argue with cops because I knew you can't win. So, you know, when you're watching the basketball game and you see the referee give a nigga a tech, you like, yo, don't argue with him, man. He gonna throw you out the game. You ain't gonna beat him. So when it comes to the cops, I always knew, don't argue with these people. We ain't gonna win. But let alone argue, now he's ambushing and killing the cops. And rest in peace to the two cops. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got discrepancy with the police. A lot of people mad at the police. Police has definitely bust our ass a million times. But to see young brothers get murdered like that, I'm not here for that. So salute to their families. God bless them.
Yes, I'm just talking about the mindset. I understand what we went through for years and years with the police, but I'm talking about the mindset of our youth and things like that, how the shit has changed drastically, should I say, since we were coming up. You dig? Like, there's a click switch that they got that's way different, and we got to kind of tap into that to get them to see a little bit more reality. Like, they don't even know what living life is. You know what I mean?
Shout out our brother Dice Peso. I'm getting on the record with him this week.